The Sareal Show, every Sunday 6 till 8 p.m. on www.allthingsurban.co.uk.
Tuesday, the Sareal Show ain't been doing too bad. Management's actually allowed us to be starting getting some guests in. You know what I'm saying? Progression.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
We have a very special guest here today. You just heard his track playing just now. In fact, you've heard a few of his tracks playing on the show.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? In fact,
this is good friend of ours.
It's real.
Good friend.
In fact, you know, I'm not even going to introduce, I'm going to let him introduce himself. I think he should say his own name right about now. So who you be, son? Tell the people who you are.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name of Mr.13.
Yeah. Welcome to the Sareal Show.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to have you on.
Pleasure, man. Pleasure, without a doubt.
Alright, enough with the bromance.
That's what I'm saying.
People them. Firstly, we want to ask you, relating to our Sareal Lounge, what your take on that question was.
So the topic of the week was, do you think a monogamous relationship can last without good sex? What are you saying?
Oh, I definitely have to go for no on that one right there. I think for both parties, good sex is definitely a essential part of any long-lasting relationship. You know, if you're not really connecting in the bedroom area, then you know everything else is gonna be downhill from there on out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just from my personal experience with women in general, you know, I just think if you're actually satisfying them in that area, then you can kind of get away with a couple other things here and there. You know what I'm saying? So
you heard it there.
All right, first, we got a couple questions. Of course, we told everyone that you're coming on the show, and a couple of them have actually asked you some questions personally. So yeah, we're gonna get into that right now. So before I even go any further, Mr.13, as I was saying before, is doing a lot of big things on the Don't Flop battle scene right about now. So the first question relates to that. What made you start battling?
That's a good question. I think if you do listen to my style, it's kind of like more punchline based. So I always trying to kind of use wordplay and just build up to certain punchlines to whatever I'm doing, whether it be making a tune or obviously the battling thing, whatever it is. I've always been a man that likes quotables, something to stick in a man's head kind of thing. But to be honest, this is the God's honest truth. I ain't ever said this on the interview as well. The thing that really got me into the battling was how much hate I used to get on YouTube comments, to be honest, bro. Yeah? Like, because you can't do anything about it. Like, you can delete the comment, but they're still gonna keep hating. Like, and obviously, you know, we were doing our YouTube grind, so I'd be like interviewing people, and you'd have like a 15-minute interview with someone else, and the best thing they could come to say about it was, oh, look how far apart his eyes are. Like, you know what I'm saying? So like, I started thinking to myself, you know what? People are gonna say this stuff about me anyway. I might as well get a chance to say stuff back to them in their face. You know what I'm saying?
That makes sense.
So far in the 7 battles that I've had on Don't Flop, no one has ever said worse comments than I've got in the YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Next question that I had for you. Something that obviously, because I've known you for a while, I just wanted to know what your take on it. Do you feel like doing the whole battle rapping has helped with like promo wise and gaining a fan base, or has it kind of tainted it?
Right. Now, definitely a good question. I'd say I'd literally put it down to figures. Like when I started in Don't Flop, I had 700 followers. You know, I'm just putting out videos, trying to get my followers up, trying to get my fan base up. You know what I'm saying? At this moment in time, like a year of Don't Flop later, you know, I've done, like I said, 7 battles in that time. I'm on like 2,200 followers, and I get mad people from Don't Flop just tweeting me, quoting my bars, quoting my lyrics. And even, you know, when you got SoundCloud and Bandcamp and whatnot, anyone that's got that, you'll know you can kind of view the statistics and whatnot. Especially on Bandcamp, they'll show you the particular day in which people started hitting up your stuff and all of that. And whenever I drop a battle, bruv, like the next day, that day and the next day just goes mad, bruv.
That's definitely helped.
Like the last time I dropped a Don't Flop video, I got 80 followers that day. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's literally, you can see it in the statistics that people are really paying notice. And I'll get tweets like, oh yeah, I liked your music, but I didn't know where to find you until I saw the Don't Flop thing or whatever. So
no regrets on the battle then? No regrets
no regrets. No, to be honest with you, the only regret is I didn't get in sooner.
You put out something about battling 2, where you want to take on 2 people.
That's what. At the moment,
are you up for that?
Yeah, I'm on it. You know, because at the end of the day, with the battling thing, a lot of people, they've asked me, oh, don't you just get caught into it, like people calling you out and, oh, you got to battle this guy, that guy. At the end of the day, like I've always said, no other person, no other battler than me decides my battles. You know what I'm saying? So I do the battles that I want to do. Not to say I'm a diva or nothing, but I pick the best battles that's going to help my career and move me up the ladder. You know what I mean? So if you're calling me out and you just had one battle and no one cares about you, like I'm not going to even respond to you kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. So like, yeah, so with the 2-on-1 thing, they've got an event in April coming up where they try and do different things that has never been done before. And I've never really seen one person battle two people. You know what I'm saying? And it's a no-lose situation in a way, because if they beat me, there was two of them. You know what I mean? If I beat them, it's like, boy, man went through two bears, caught two W's,
I like that. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's the plan there.
So, okay, moving on to our next question now. With all the work that you've put in so far, would you still go for a major deal if you could get one right now, or would you prefer to keep it open independently?
Boy, it's a tough question. I mean, I'll be honest, at the moment, I ain't got no deals on the table, innit? So
no, we hear that. Well, I'll tell you the reason behind that question, because we was thinking the same thing. I was having the same conversation the other day with Six, and we were saying, like, out of all the hard work, man, put in, it's like, man, pretty much manage yourself, pretty much promote yourself. It's like, all you would need is just a couple funds and a little promo, and you can probably do the thing yourself, and keep it independent and reap that much more benefits. Like, why go through the hard work now?
Hand over all them
Alright, but then at the same time, you got the will it get
machine behind you.
Alright, so
it's a dilemma, bruv. On a real, like, at the moment, my only focus is trying to stay independent and get a big enough fan base to the point where
you can make that decision.
Yeah, I can make that decision kind of thing, and I have them options. But I mean, like, there's no denying that a label behind you, pushing you, or like, because labels might sign you, they might not always push you though. You know what I'm saying? You might be behind 8 other people that they've signed that year. You know what I'm saying?
On the shelf like frozen food.
Yeah, so you know what I mean. Having like a label that understands your music, understands your grind, understand the fan base you're trying to reach. That's very, very powerful, and I would definitely consider that. You know what I'm saying? If they were putting the right deal together, I would definitely consider it. But at the same time, just coming from, I know you lot will feel me on this one. Coming from the background we come from or whatever, handing over 360, like handing over, like signing, saying, look, you make money off everything I do, whether it be franchising, whether it be shows, whether it be music sales, you know what I mean, PRS, they make a percentage of every single thing you do, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you know what I mean, just coming from, I don't want to try to glamorize anything, but coming from like a hustler kind of point of view, kind of thing, that's not really running, like, you know what I'm saying? Like handing over.
That's like handing over all your cheese.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like being a worker for a next man, like you're in a hood, you're in a hood grinding, selling whatever you need to sell, and then you just hand over 90% to my man who sat on his ass and didn't even understand, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly that.
And it's like, if you get nicked, my man ain't helping you, like, you know what I mean? You're getting dropped from the label straight away, like, you know what I mean? No long thing, so.
But you're putting the best perspective I can hear right now.
That's kind of how I feel about it, but I would consider it.
We're going to continue rolling with some questions.
Okay.
Let's keep it rolling.
You ready, Firts?
I'm ready, man.
Alright, first of all, we'll start off a bit calm. Why the name Mr.13?
Yeah, no, I get this one a lot, man. I'm not gonna lie, I wish I could just answer it once and then everyone else could hear the same answer and just like send it to their friends as well. Like, but no, I'm only joking. Obviously, it's a natural answer to ask. So, Mr.13, it all started basically from the fact that I'm born on the 13th, not a Friday, another frequent question, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's always been like my lucky number. I like the way that people always consider it like an unlucky number, you know what I'm saying? It's like the black sheep of numbers, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Plus it's a prime number. No, generally at the time I was called Terra D.
Terra D?
Yeah, Terra D. Okay. That was like my back in the day crime type name, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, most embarrassing moment.
Oh man, you know what? One moment doesn't kind of stick out in my brain, but like, it was probably something to do with a female. I can't lie though. It's like somewhere along the line. Like what I would, let me just throw this disclaimer out here. Yeah, sometimes I drink a lot, like a lot. Sometimes I dabble in other, you know what I mean, narcotics and whatnot. And sometimes, like when I'm on these particular drugs, whether they be legal or not, some bad decisions get made. And yeah, apologies to any female that was in my presence during one of them bad decisions.
This sounds like a confession.
Yeah, no, if you're listening now, I honestly do feel bad, innit?
Yeah, look, he's not talking about the time with the Nurofen and the apple juice. Not that time. Not that time. It was the other time.
The other time. Yeah, that time. But sorry for both of those times, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
wow.
That's how it's going.
We're gonna have to talk after the show. Alright. Favorite hip hop album of all time?
Come
on, say it.
I'd go for something Nas, one of Nas's albums. Probably It Was Written.
Yeah?
Yeah, just for not necessarily the best album ever, just like you're saying favorite, and it's something that I just bombed to death, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could play it.
Vinyl.
Yeah.
I got that on vinyl. Somewhere in the crate.
Old school, so.
I feel like I used to be a DJ.
Who is your UK celebrity crush?
That's limited, you know, the UK. No offense to...
No, because it could happen, you know. They might be
there
listening.
isn't as much to choose from as, like, the Grammys.
Let me think. Now, there is a couple. Obviously, Adele's a pinger. You know what I'm saying?
You had me shocked, bro.
They were supposed to laugh at that part, like, you know what I mean? They just looked around at me like, what?
That was real convincing. I was like, and I didn't want to shout her down. Because she's accomplished a lot, and who am I to...
they looked at me like, see, oh man, you look like a white sense of humour.
Different strokes for different folks, my brother.
That was the Apollo kind of...
That's that more cushion for
Let me think. Baby Blue.
She's starting in the whole thing.
Yeah, like I can't even say her name properly, so you know, I must be getting weak at the knees.
What is your favourite childhood cartoon?
Alright, Thundercats would have to be up there. Hurricanes. We're the Hurricanes. Storm time is coming to you today.
No, I don't. No, I'm ashamed.
Football thing, man.
Yeah, the football team.
Okay,
Come back on
I do remember.
That was on CIE TV, I think every Friday or something, and they always used to play the same team for some reason as well. Like, team always used to boy them off and bully them. I'm just thinking, why keep playing them then? Like, ain't there no other teams for you could play? Like, but yeah, the Hurricanes stands out. That was a joke one still.
Alright, man. Alright, but that's the random
Yeah,
question.
it is.
Over. Yeah, man. Big up to 13 for passing through, man. You've been the first of our whole Sareal Vision special. That's what I'm saying. We'll be getting the views up. Hopefully,
indeed,
get some of them views for you. Don't flop better than all them people there.
Support the show, man.
But yeah, man, definitely big up and blessed for passing through.
But you ain't going just yet.
No. We're gonna have to get a few bars from you.
Being seen as cool ain't the same as respect. I learned trust is a privilege with a blade to my leg. I learned never take for granted what could change in a sec. You see, these streets will teach you one way or the other, and somebody's getting paid while we hate on each other, and it ain't the ones doing the hating. So I ask you, is that an advert for clothes or music you're making? I'll put my faith in words, cause music could change your life. Try to stay away from the curb, cause a sentence could change your life, yeah. So I'm praying all my boys make it home this evening, but I just pray to a God that I don't believe in. Don't get me wrong, I try to keep my mind open, but it's hard when you see a man die with his eyes open. It's hard when you know kids that are out there copying weapons. You know the dude that raped the chick then got her pregnant. What kind of God to take the gift of life like that until you turn the other cheek instead of straight right back? Not the kind that you find me worshipping. They say what's real, but tell me what's realer than the hurt within. What's realer than racism, famine and murdering? What's realer than getting no reply anytime you turn to him? I digress, my mind's stressed, and to tell the truth I'm still half hoping that my time's next. Man buy a bottle and walk round the club trying to find skets. Them same dudes will tell you that they never buy sex. They say a relationship started in a club will never last, cause these chicks are trying to play chess with a checkered past. See me, I'm still progressing with better bars. I'm perfecting my message and stretching my repertoire. I'm expected to wreck it, that's the level I'm getting past. Expect to the essence, but bridging I've seen legends starve. Yeah, Mr.13, Mr.13.bandcamp.com. Make sure you tune in. The Sareal Lounge Body Show.
You heard it there. Fire.
Does this.
People, this has been the Sareal Show. From here on in, we're out.